everyone. It's John from Indian Cine-MANIAC with another 10-minute movie review. This time we're going to be reviewing the winner of the comedy movie poll that about 328 of you participated in. And the winner of that poll, and it was close between this film and Delhi Belly, but it was the 2018 horror comedy film, Stree. Now, I was looking forward to this for two reasons. One, I wanted to watch a contemporary horror film, which this was, and I wanted to watch a comedy because I know that in the comments you guys talk about how because of the language, the comedy doesn't necessarily translate well to some of the films. That this could be one that would translate well. So I watched it. Now, before I begin the review, I'm doing this a little bit differently because I've noticed most people don't stick around till the end. So this is when I'm going to ask you. I usually do this at the end, but I hope you've watched a few of these, and I hope I've earned your subscription. So please subscribe, hit the notification button, and as always, wait, I want to say it right. This is where I mess up, and I want to get this right since you guys like button Komaro, like button Komaro, and once again, I want to thank Skyber Avatar for helping with my pronunciations. I greatly appreciate it. So let's talk about Stree. So right out of the gate, I'm going to say I did like this movie. Would I classify this as a comedy? Yeah, I mean there was funny things in it, but like I think if you want to cross genres, just so you know where I'm coming from, I think Ghostbusters is one of the funniest comedy horror movies, An American Werewolf in London. This one had laughs, but not a lot. I actually like the horror part of it better. It was very suspenseful, trying to figure out the legend of this character, Stree. It was directed by Amar Kaushik. It starred Rakjummar Rao, Shraddha Kapoor, who was the unnamed girl. You never find out her name. And okay, this is how many Indian films I've been watching. I recognized her from Hater, which I watched. I think she was Ophelia. I think, the Ophelia character. Aparshak, Aparshakti. I'm gonna. Oh, this poor person. I'm screwing this up. Aparshakti, Khurana, and Abhishek Banerjee. And it starts off with a line based on a ridiculous true phenomenon. And in the research, I found out it's based on an Indian urban legend of Nali Ba. I think that's how you pronounce it. It was filmed in Bhopal and Chanderi. And, I say this, I've been saying this in a lot of these movies, but it's the truth. I love films that take me to a place I haven't seen before. And this film definitely did that. These villages where they shot this, the towns, the cities, I don't even know what you call them, is unlike anything I've seen in these movies. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, the one thing that bugged me a little bit, and this is typical of horror films, they do the shock entrance where it's always the same shot. It's the characters in the foreground walking towards something, and you hear this creepy music, and the camera gets closer and closer, and you know someone's coming up on them. And they did that 3 times with Vicky. Vicky's the lead character. He's the tailor. That kind of bugged me because after 2 or 3, it's like, okay, I get it. So this character is really about three guys, Vicky, Batu, and Yana, who are buddies. And in this village, this character of Stree, when there's a festival once a year, she kidnaps men. She calls, and this happens in the first scene, where she Prakash, I think the guy's name was Prakash, and he's looking around, Prakash, and then all of a sudden he gets dragged and his clothes are left. That's how it starts. So that was pretty creepy. And when you actually see Stree, it was now this wasn't a big budget, but they did some pretty effectively creepy stuff. When you see Stree and she's floating in the air and she's got that at some points her face looks almost like a zombie. I thought that was pretty effective and pretty creepy. So that worked for me. Also, Stree, I'm bouncing around, but I've got notes. I take notes as I watch these films. Stree is the Hindi word for woman and female. And it's funny, Vicky's introduction, he's a tailor. And the song, and I didn't mind the songs in this because it's not like they broke, stopped, and then, okay, let's do a musical number. The songs all fit with the story. And the first song they do is, I love this, I am a tailor of heart. And that was he's a wonderful tailor and he's so good at what he does. In fact, his father, who runs this place, says he's an incarnation of God, as a tailor. So I thought that was pretty cool. And they do this whole thing when he first meets this unnamed girl who just shows up. Now, they think this person's a ghost, and it's definitely played that way. So it's a little bait and switch with the director because they definitely make you think that she's Stree or at least a ghost because it's like Batman. You turn around and she's gone. Um, but there's this one thing that they get a lot of mileage out of this where she keeps asking him to do things, and she gets him to do it by just touching his hand and saying, "Vicky, please." Now they do this whole thing. This I thought was pretty funny. The three guys are sitting around, and he's telling them about how she does that. Now the guy says, "You mean like Vicky, please?" No, 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 no. It's Vicky, please. Oh, like Vicky, please. No, no, not like that at all. It's like that. Then the other guy does it. Vicky, please. You see, he's got it. He understands, right? That was funny. And there was another funny thing that happened. Again, I don't think this was a really funny movie. There are some funny things in it. But one thing, I don't know why it made me laugh, but it really did. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. At one point, they're on their scooter, the three of them, and they pull over on the side of the road and they take a pee. Right. Ha ha, funny, funny. Okay, now they get back on the scooter. And as they start to drive, Vicky, who's the third one back, he starts wiping his hands on the guy in front of him. I just thought that was hilarious. Just that little bit of business that made me laugh. And then there was one scene where he gets all tongue tied when he's with the unnamed girl, and she can't really figure out if he's smart or not. Well, he does this monologue about a peacock, just this rapid fire thing that he does that I thought was funny. That was funny, really well done. This actor was good. And then you find out he listens to Akon, which is an American rapper. I'm not a big Akon fan. I like Frank Sinatra. There were other things like she was pretty badass. She was like she ended up being like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, if you're familiar with the movie and the TV show. She ends up not being a ghost. She ends up one that's trying to hunt Stree. And at one point, she saves him by throwing a dagger, and he says, "We should get this on YouTube." Hashtag Dagger Girl. Now that I thought was funny, and there were other. I mean, don't misunderstand me. There were funny things that made me laugh, but I think the horror element of it was far more effective. Like when they went in the woods, and then they went in this temple. I mean, that was pretty creepy stuff they were doing. And then it ends up that Stree just wants to get married because she was denied her betrothed, and that's why she's kidnapping all the guys. So they figure out that Vicky is the protector. There's some prophecy that the the prince and the son of a courtesan, a hooker, uh, will be the protector, and everyone in the village knows that his mother was a courtesan except for him. So when he finds out, that was pretty funny. Everybody knew. And then they end up figuring out that it's not that she wants to kill everybody; she just wants respect. So the conclusion is they build a statue to show her respect. And there's also, they have to write on the side, "Come back tomorrow, Stree," or something like that. Instead, they write, "Please protect us, Stree." That's how they show her respect, and now she won't kidnap anybody anymore. Now, I will tell you, and I would love somebody to explain this to me because I'm totally baffled by the ending of this movie. So, the girl who will remain unnamed cuts off the braid of Stree, which now makes her powerless, and she ends up taking the braid. So at the end, her and Vicky fall in love. Well, at least Vicky fell in love with her. And she's leaving on a bus, and he doesn't want her to go, but she says she's got to go. And and she says the line, "Vicky, please," which is a callback to the beginning, which I like. And then she goes on the bus, and Vicky drives away with his buddies. But on the bus, she takes out the braid and works it into her own hair. And I just don't quite understand what that meant. Is she now gonna be Stree with that power, and are they teeing up a sequel that never happened, or maybe will happen? I just didn't get that. So maybe somebody out there can help me with that, because I was that really took me for a loop. But yeah, I like this movie. It wasn't, and I'm not you guys who watch the other show number, my brother Ralph likes this, kind of torture porn thing, torture porn. I don't like horror movies like that. That's not my cup of tea. Um, I like this kind of movie that's suspenseful, kind of doesn't show you everything. And I thought the music was really good. The setting was good. And I thought the cast was good. And at the end when they bring all the guys home that she kidnapped, and they're all walking down the street, I thought that was pretty effective. And then at the end when they do the credits, there's a great number that they do with the three guys are in the band, and the unnamed girl is the lead singer, and she's beautiful and does a great number with a bunch of dancers. Now to me that's a musical number I can get behind, right? It doesn't stop the flow of the movie, and they tack it on at the end, and I watch the whole thing. So yes, I really like this movie. I am going to watch Deli Belly though, because I want to see a different kind of a comedy, a more straight comedy, I guess you'd call it. And I'm going to watch some other ones too. But yeah, I worked for me. For me, it worked much better as a horror film than as a comedy. So that's it. I will tell you that the next film I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it as a poll, but I'm a big fan of the film Drishyam, and I have not watched Drishyam 2 yet. So on the next episode, I'm going to bring my brother Ralph from the Big Show, and he's going to come on and do the 10-minute review with me, because he was also a big fan of the first one. So him and I, it might be a 15-minute movie review since there's going to be two of us, but I promise we'll keep it short. We'll keep it pithy. And I just want to say again, I really appreciate you guys participating in the polls. It's funny though, you guys you guys give me a list of movies I should watch, then I go through them, right? And I pick the most common ones, and then I post them. And then some of you write, none of these. I don't like any of these movies. Why are you picking this garbage? And I'm like, hey, I'm doing the best I can. I really am. I don't know the culture. I don't know what I will like and what I won't like. I don't. And by the way, I've just got an app that tells me what's available. So I'm trying to, because a lot of the movies you want me to watch aren't available. And again, I put in the comments of the poll that I just got a PO box. And the reason I did that was some of you have suggested that you will send me DVDs for movies that aren't available here with English subtitles, like Dungle. Listen, you send me that, I will watch it. I will give you all the credit in the world. I would love to see these movies that you want me to watch that aren't available here. So that's also in my calculus when I post movies in the poll. So I don't know what the next poll is going to be. I'm going to think about it. But listen, if you guys have any suggestions, put them in the comment section, and I will definitely take a look. Guys, I love the engagement, and I appreciate you, especially some of you that keep coming back. Wolverina, Skyber, N, or Nish, I think it might even be, XLR8. I mean, you guys are great, and I really appreciate this is a lot of fun for me, and I hope you guys are having fun too. But that's my review of Stree. Again, liked it. Next time, Drishyam 2, so check it out, the next one. And as always, hit the subscribe button, notification button, and smash the like button. And we will talk to you next time with Drishyam 2. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.